My name is Deonte Scott. The poem I'm performing tonight is titled Run, and I was inspired by the youth in Chicago. There's a lot of youth violence happening there right now, and I was inspired just to write something to tell them what to run from and what to run to. The web poem is titled The Struggle, and it's actually the title of my first poetry album that's out right now, The Struggle, and it's just about a time in my life where I was unemployed for about seven or 8 months, and it was tough. It was tough. You get those emails from those employers that you apply for that tells you, thank you for applying, but we've selected someone else. Continue to search our website for more opportunities. Just basically talking about that process and that time. This was my 3rd year auditioning for Verses and Flow, man. So I saw season 1. And at that time, I was just starting to get back into the, poetry and performing in that circuit. And I was like, oh man, this is just an awesome opportunity. And so I just pretty much stalked the show. I was checking Twitter, I was checking the website. I got hold to an email. I was emailing folks, but then they came with the, where you can, submit your submissions and things like that. Back in 2012, got the email saying, hey, you didn't make the cut. Second year after that, 2013, nothing. And so this last time, man, it was I almost didn't do it. And it was just with the help of the encouragement of some of my friends and my girlfriend, and they said you should at least give it another shot. And I waited until the last day to submit because I wasn't going to do it. And I didn't have the right performance video. The lighting wasn't right. The sound was bad. So I was just like, you know what? I took my iPhone and I duct taped it to my wall in my apartment. And I took about 3 or 4 takes, and I submitted the best one, and I got the call, man. So it's a blessing, man. It started for me in college. So, and in college, I wasn't taking it seriously. I was just, I just was writing, and I'm in a fraternity, so we did events for a campus and things like that. Like, hey, we need to do a poetry night, and I was always ahead of that. And, I would get up there and open the show up, and I would read my poem off my paper. The rhythm was all messed up and everything, And that's basically how it started. But I've always been a good writer. It's always been nothing for me to write a 25-page paper with 3 days left, that type of thing. And once I graduated and just started, becoming an adult and working and things like that, I just didn't think much about it. I still would check out poetry spots and things like that, and there was something inside like, hey, man, you need to, give it another shot, check it out again. And it didn't happen until 3-4 years ago. A friend of mine, they were putting together an event which was like in celebration of arts, and it's like, hey man, you need to come and perform at the show. And they didn't let me say no. They pretty much like made me do it, and it worked out. Like it lit a fire in me that just kind of, once I did that, I just kind of hit the ground running, man. Well, it gives you the opportunity to speak with people in different countries, different cities. I've performed in different areas outside of Houston and Chicago, such as Atlanta and out here in LA, Chicago. So it provides a different type of exposure that you pretty much couldn't get anyplace else, because someone can see you perform and then they blast it out on social media. Someone else sees that interest, could be in another place. I always tell other poets that I meet who are new to performing and things like that, you have to give your all on each performance, because each performance is an audition for the next one. You never know who's there. So, but it's played a huge part. I'm able to connect with people all over the country and the world at that. Well, I go to various elementary schools and donate my time and, talk to, a few weeks ago, I went to elementary school in Houston and I performed twice for them and took as many questions as I could from them, just to kind of show them a different side of, because their art program wasn't really that strong, so they didn't get to see many things like that. I also take the time, I mentor 2 young men, take some time once a month just to kind of catch up with them. We may go play some ball and just kind of instill different things in them that, just to make sure that they don't make some of the wrong decisions that I made. And, I make sure that they have my CD. There's no cursing on my CD, so it's very inspiring just to kind of show them that they too can pursue their passion and be successful at it. In my community, grew up no unity, Robert Taylor Holmes Projects, born and raised. Got my tail up out of there before I got hazed. went away to college, did better for myself, making my own money with no help. Now they got me freestyling with a different type of flow, coming off the top of the dome for Verses and Flow. That was cool, man.